when you think of college lacrosse and the positions in the game, the two most stressful positions for any parent is a goalie and it's a face-off guy. And I'm with the parent of TD Ierlan and Chase Ierlan. TD, the face-off specialist, the best in the nation at what he does, and Chase Ierlan, the goaltender, the freshman for the Cornell Big Red. And Mike, I got to start with this. Mike Ierlan, his father, what was this week like for you?
It was, a lot of anxiety. It's something that you hope for your children, that they're able to not only be on a college team, but also get on the field a little bit. And fortunately for our family, both are on the field today. And but it takes you back a little bit when they were younger. And but a lot of anxiety for sure.
What was your message to the two boys this week?
First message, I said it both in Texas where I said, hey, number one, you go out and compete, play hard for your teams, but at the end of the day, you're both brothers when it's all said and done.
Growing up, you're such an athletic family. You're a coach, and TD also played football and hockey growing up, and then dialed into wrestling. And then Chase, a great hockey goaltender, football player as well. Describe their relationship.
It's like, most common families, brothers that, love and hate. A lot of broken windows and doors, but at the end of the day, they really care about each other. They won't admit it, but they always check in on each other and show that at the end of the day, they love each other. So, but very competitive. We'll compete with anything. If it's a snowball fight or if it's out here playing against each other.
There we take a look at Yale, who just scored. And I know you watch a ton of lacrosse and you track the boys in terms of what they're doing. When Chase is in the goal, like he is right now, what exactly are you tracking in terms of just their progress and what you want to see from them?
Well, number one, that if it's from a goalie standpoint with Chase, I look at number one that he's square to the ball. He's ready in ready position. His hands take him to the ball. That's key, that he doesn't overmove, and that he doesn't try to dip or try to take a guess. He's not a guesser, but predict it and more react to the ball.
And now here with TD facing off, what are you looking at right now?
Number one, that he wins the clamp. He's got to win the ball. And we're going to see that right now in a second. See if he does that. I think Cornell's done a nice job of not letting him get out front. He's win the ball, but he's got to clean up being clean with it as an exit. So right there, he didn't win it. Rasmussen timed it very well, and beat him out the front.
He doesn't rarely put himself into positions like that. What's something that you saw there that maybe you would tell him he could do better?
He's got to put more pressure on the ball. He's got to power forward more, especially if he was going to try to time to beat him out the front door. They might not be as quick as him, but he's going to try to time the whistle like he's doing from Cornell. He's got to really get over the ball. He can't punch his butt and hand too far forward without getting into the ball first.
Yeah. When did you realize that TD, from a face-off perspective, could dominate the game the way he has? You look at his season last year, statistically the best in NCAA history. When was that moment you thought, like, okay, this kid could do special things within this sport?
I think going into his freshman year of high school, when Coach Andre, coach, brought him up later in the season, and then he looked like he had the athleticism. Just wasn't big enough at the time, but I thought he had the toughness to go in there, and then his wrestling background helped him, because it's about leverage at the X. It's about at some point when you get to this level, you got to have the strength, you got to have a little bit of size, but you still have to have the quickness and athleticism. So I thought that his freshman year in high school.
I know the guy upstairs, Quint Kessenich, who'll be covering the NCAA championships in wrestling. He can kind of touch those spots as well in regards to wrestling. What has wrestling done for him from a mental standpoint as well?
Wrestling is a unique sport. You're out there by yourself. It's on you. There's no one to blame, and you got to have a short memory. Especially, if you go into a state tournament of wrestling, you're fortunate enough, or any tournaments, you got to be able to let go of the last one maybe you didn't do well in, and you got to go out and get the next match. And so it's very similar to the face-off. There's a lot of correlation.
I see that you sit by yourself during meals, right? Where's the rest of the family? Where's TD's mom, and where's Chase's mom right now?
Somewhere up there. We say hello. It's sort of like that little cartoon, where they punch it at the beginning of the day, and then they'll see it at the end of the day. So she's somewhere up in the stands. Sure, she's got a little anxiousness in her like me, and we'll see each other after the game.
Why do you always sit alone?
I think, it's just something that being a coach,
Yeah.
And it's just being a coach, it's easier to sit alone as you are, because everybody has an opinion. A lot of times, people think they know the game, and I just sit back and just sort of see.
Well, you should be a very proud father. The two boys are doing amazing stuff, and enjoy the rest of this game. I know it's not easy for you, buddy. Thank you, Mike.
Can only imagine what it's like for the two parents, Mike and Karen, today. And TD said something interesting to us yesterday. He said, if I win a face-off and I've got a path to the goal, I've got to think twice if I'm going to shoot. He said the final score of the game would be irrelevant, but if my brother saves a shot that I take, I will never hear the end of it.
We got to talk to Mike and Karen as they entered the stadium today. They're both educators. What I picked up, the key to their son's success, rec league programs in Victor, New York, that at a young age they can compete inexpensively. TD getting pinned in his first wrestling match ever as an 8-year-old.
Tied to say by Chase Erlin, trying to cover it up, and he does.
Chase, the ability to play hockey at a young age. Lacrosse in that town as well. Rec programs are the foundation for everything. And by the time they're in middle school, you get to pick and choose. But these two young men, growing up in that area, so fortunate to be able to experiment and fall in love with different sports.
Chase Erlin's outlet pass results in a turnover. Quint, I want to put you in Chase's shoes because you were there as a freshman at Hopkins playing for a championship team. Cornell's a championship contender. What sort of mindset do you have to have as a young goalie playing on a team that has most of the other pieces? Piatelli fires and scores. Hold that thought except for Cornell. Or Yale.
Piatelli from Tarbell, the redshirt senior from Salmon River. This is a tough turnover for Yale, and Kotler comes up shaking, a little limping there for the junior 9 in white. Watch the turnover created, slap, maybe gets away with a little push with one hand, but eyes are up. And Piatelli can't miss this season. I'll tell you, John Piatelli, approaching 20 goals. He had freshman moments last year, but